This is Performance Theory with Mike Clark.
How often are you hearing somebody say, I had a great night's sleep last night, or I feel refreshed and energetic? If you're like me, it's probably not very often. Feeling sluggish seems to be the new normal. In fact, according to the National Sleep Foundation, it is the new normal. Most people are sleep deprived, but not getting enough sleep may be causing more trouble for you than just that pesky drowsy feeling. It could be seriously harming your health. So let's talk about why we aren't sleeping. Centuries ago, it was common for people to sleep 8 to 9 hours a day, but now only about 25% of us get 8 or more hours of sleep. The reasons we're not sleeping are many. We live in a 24/7 society. Practically anything we want to do is available around the clock, from fitness centers to pharmacies to department stores. We're working long hours, transporting our kids to activities, trying to make time for friends and fitness and entertainment. When the heat is on, the first thing to go is usually sleep. And it is usually not even a conscious decision to skimp on sleep. We just get in bed a little later most nights because we're so pressed and pushed. But even when we get into bed, we aren't guaranteed sleep. The National Sleep Foundation reports that 60% of us have sleep problems, and that means more than half of us struggle to sleep, and it's taking its toll. Eating healthy and getting plenty of exercise are not enough to make up for the danger that sleep deprivation poses to your health. Adults need around 8 hours of sleep each night, and although studies indicate that as little as 7.5 hours can be sufficient, getting less than that can have serious consequences. There's an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. If you get less than 6 hours of sleep each night and have disturbed sleep, you have a 48% greater risk of developing or dying from heart disease and a 15% greater risk of developing or dying from a stroke. Lack of sleep can cause high blood pressure, blocked arteries, stroke, kidney disease, and dementia. Obesity. Sleep shortage is directly linked to obesity. When you don't get enough sleep, two powerful hormones that control hunger are disrupted. The result is that you feel hungrier and have fewer sensations of feeling full. But without enough sleep, you also feel more stressed, which encourages the production of a hormone, cortisol, in your body. This hormone causes you to crave high carbohydrate foods such as potato chips and brownies, and then deposits those carbs in fat around your belly, the most dangerous place to store fat. Prediabetes is also a risk for those who don't get enough sleep. Trying to get by on less than 6 hours of sleep per night can cause impaired glucose tolerance. Another problem is compromised immune system. Why is it that two people can be exposed to the same germs but only one gets sick? The reason is our immune system. If your immune system is functioning well, then you can ward off many illnesses. But if something happens to compromise your immune response, you'll be vulnerable to infections, bacteria, viruses, and even some autoimmune diseases such as arthritis and asthma. When you do not get enough sleep, your immune system becomes stressed and compromised. You actually have a decrease in white blood cells, and those that remain are less active. The result is that you get sick more often. You also have an impaired exercise performance. As if the threat of heart disease, obesity, and immune suppression weren't enough, lack of sleep can negatively impact your fitness efforts. It's not uncommon for people to struggle to maintain their normal level of workout intensity when they're sleep deprived. You just don't have the energy to push through. Also, your muscles repair and rebuild while you sleep. If you don't allow the body this recovery time, you'll be at a significant disadvantage during your next workout. The truth is, if you don't make time now for adequate sleep, you'll likely be forced in the future to make time for illness. It may take significant effort to arrange your schedule and priorities to carve out time for sleep, but the payoff will be increased health, energy, and productivity. So, are you ready for a nap? Hey everyone, I just wanted to jump in here at the end of the episode and let you know about an awesome update. Apple Podcasts is now available on Alexa-enabled Amazon devices in the United States. All you have to say is, Alexa, play Performance Theory with Mike Clark on Apple Podcasts, and you can hear me right on your Alexa-enabled device. Thanks, guys, for listening. Please share this podcast and make sure you subscribed, because a bunch of you are listening, haven't passed it on to your friends. Find me on social media at Mike Clark Life on all major platforms, or visit MikeClarkLife.com.